casting his vote. He's speaking to the media. Let's listen in.
देखिए, ये बिना मतलब कि ये हिंदू मुस्लिम ये विवाद वाली बातें हम फिलहाल आज की तारीख में सबको एकजुट होकर मतदान का अपना अधिकार का इस्तेमाल करना चाहिए मतदान के। थैंक यू।
All right. So he has spoken to the media. He's spoken to the reporters. He's spoken about how caste should be discounted and people should vote for Vikas. People should vote for development and progress of the state of Bihar. All right. Coming back to you, Nikhil, the situation, talking about the LJP. And Lok Janshakti Party, Chirag Paswan has won some seats for the NDA during the Lok Sabha. He has also performed, I would say, during the last assembly elections, and he was, of course, fighting tooth and nail, demanding the seats that he wanted to fight, and he has been, to a certain extent, been able to get his way from the BJP.
Because first of all, what Chirag Paswan did in 2020 vis-a-vis what he did in 24 and 25, I believe are very, very different. In 2020, he tried to project himself as an NDA-aligned alternative to Nitish Kumar. He was, while being part of the NDA alliance, while praising Prime Minister Modi, he went around campaigning on those seats which the JDU was contesting, and he went practically went hammers and tongs against the CM of the day. Right? In 2024, he was completely a part of the NDA alliance, and he contested alongside Prime Minister Modi and Nitish Kumar. But this time around as well is very similar to 2024. But there's another interesting sort of posturing that is going on. Like I mentioned, that nobody from the BJP is willing to say that Nitish Kumar would be the CM of the state once the elections are done. And now some people from the JDU are also not willing to say that, if you look at Lalan Singh and Sanjay Jha. But Chirag Paswan, the same person who was campaigning against Nitish Kumar in 2020, is interestingly now the person who's saying, no, Nitish Kumar will be the CM of the alliance after, if we, cross the majority mark. All those things said, the metrics is very complicated. It is not as simple to assume, because one has to realize that Chirag Paswan, because the legacy of his father, Ramvilas Paswan, is the most important claimant of the Paswan vote in the state. If I'm not mistaken, Paswans are the largest and perhaps the most dominant the Dalit community within the state. They hold about a 4 to 5% vote share. And Chirag, being a young leader as well as the Paswan leader, does hold a certain vote bank, which is how he was able to, bargain for the highest number of seats in the alliance after the JDU, 29 seats out of 243, while the JDU is at 101, and the other partners you can see have less than 10 seats. I think HM has been given 6, and RML also around 5 or 6, right? All that being said, I feel that Chirag is going to do a lot better in terms of the seats that he got, because in 2020, to the best of my recollection, he had a single seat.
Yeah.
I'm expecting many more than that. On your show, on your Expertometer about 2 days ago, I was expecting about 13 plus minus 2 for him. But the revised feedback that I'm getting from people is that, he may not be able to do that well, as well as I expected him to do, but 5 to 10 seats is what people are looking at.
Okay, quickly bringing in Chandni into the conversation. Chandni, talking particularly about Chirag Paswan, he is out to cast his vote and his performance in the past several elections, and particularly after his father, Ramvilas Paswan, obviously was not in the picture. His son has taken over. The performance of the political party has not been as the way it was previously.
See, every political party, he's contesting 29 seats out of 243, Chirag Paswan. He has a smaller portion where he's contesting, but his legacy that he's carrying of Mr. Ramvilas Paswan and his aura that he's carrying currently, that is going to be very beneficial for the NDA. Chirag is strongly with NDA, and right now, if you see NDA versus Mahagathbandhan, the synchronization, the cooperation between the NDA parties is much more greater, much more visible than it is in the Mahagathbandhan. For example, during the campaign, if I'm not wrong, at the start of the campaign, Rahul Gandhi's picture was not even put on the posters. It was only Tejasvi Yadav's picture which was put on the poster, which speaks volumes about how much what they were trying to project. Whereas over here, I understand that they are not saying it aloud, who would be the CM face, but there is a proper sync in the NDA party. And even if we talk about the development and how this elections, the manifestos, if we talk about the manifestos of NDA and Mahagathbandhan, you see that NDA has emphasized skill-based development, by giving them sustainable jobs, a long-term vision, whereas the Mahagathbandhan, it has focused on immediate job guarantees. They have said, that they would give jobs per household, one job per household within 20 days of forming government. They would daily aid, women with 2,500 rupees. These all are promises that look good on the paper, but when it comes to deliverance, it is not going to be easy to deliver these promises because they are going to be financially straining. Plus, under the Mukhyamantri Mahila Rozgar Yojana in Bihar, 75 lakh women were given 10,000 each in the initial launch, and subsequently an additional 25 lakh women received 10,000 each. So this brought the total around 1 crore women which have benefited so far, and this has already been done. So NDA, when it promises, it has also shown that it will deliver. So I understand again that it is caste, and caste is the grammar of Bihar politics. But if you look at the development side also, not just Chirag Paswan, yes, he's the younger face. People are going to look forward to a younger face also. He is educated, he speaks well. Women and youth, if you see right now, they would be more attracted towards a party that has a mixture of everything.
Okay.
Development.
Okay. So, but then
young,
again,
young blood.
the question remains: is the LJP under Chirag Paswan still fighting under the shadow of the NDA alliance? Whether he will be able to perform, deliver what he has promised? 29 are those seats on which he has fielded his candidates. Coming to you, Kalyani, again the role of the LJP and how important, how crucial is it, and does the LJP and Chirag Paswan has the strong will and intention to stay with the NDA, or could it happen both ways of switching alliances depending on their convenience?
A basic principle in politics is self-interest. In case Chirag Paswan finds it that he gets more votes in more seats and then the BJP favors him, then he may stay with the BJP. And otherwise, he can switch to the Mahagathbandhan if that has done well. So he has two options, and both the options, he can try to use it. As of now, the prediction is that NDA has a very narrow edge over the Mahagathbandhan. So if the NGA wins, then he will not leave them. If it doesn't win, then he has options. That's all I would say.
Okay. And also, Kalyani, talking about, the chances of the Congress, as had been raised by Chandni just a while ago, does it hurt the Congress really to take a back step, to be the secondary party or a junior party in the Mahagathbandhan, as has been the projection thus far, whether we talk about the assembly elections now in 2025 or we talk about the 2020 Bihar elections? Do you think Congress is really bothered, or the Gandhis are really bothered, whether they are projected, if they are projected as a junior party to the RJD?
See, the problem with the Congress is it's still living in its old dignity and magnificence. But it is not true at the ground level. Congress has come down very badly in the past 3 or 4 elections. The problem with the Congress is that they are not developing younger leaders in the party. Earlier they had caste leaders also. All those is forgotten. Second thing is that just during the election, Rahul Gandhi comes, Priyanka Gandhi comes during that 1 week, 10 days, 2 weeks like that, and then they try to campaign. But that is not enough. You must show at the ground level what you have done. That is not the real basic thing for the Congress. The third thing is at local level, the Congress hasn't developed good leaders. Earlier you had so many leaders in Bihar. Bihar, UP were the very important things for the Congress and the backbone of the Congress in earlier days. But now all that is gone. There is a lack of leadership at the central level, at the state level, then lack of development, lack of ideas, and lack of, interest in pushing the new things. These are the problems which is facing the Congress, and unless they rectify these things, Congress has no chance of emerging as a.
Okay, but I'm saying, are they comfortable in their skin? They don't mind being the junior party, as we also witnessed what happened in Maharashtra during the Maharashtra election campaigning period.
No, I don't think they are happy to be playing second field, because they are projecting Rahul Gandhi as the main leader for the national level also. So that point they have to realize, which is what I said initially, that they have not realized that they have become weak, and they have not realized that they have to strengthen themselves both at the level and the central level.
Okay, fair enough. Shikha Salaria